Right? I'm going to be doing like not reading all this stuff, but giving you. I want to actually get this on Rumble too. Honestly, right? So yeah, we read Ruth 3, verse 1, all the way to Ruth 4:12. I didn't get the Deuteronomy, and I regret that. Anyway, I will review that will be uploaded before this. Oh yeah. Oh, there's actually when it doesn't have water in it. That's a thing. Yeah. The strength of kindness. That would be what they're gonna do. One day, Ruth's mother-in-law, Naomi, which should actually be Mara, but that's not the point, right? Said to her, "My daughter, I must find a home for you, where you'll be well provided for. Now Boaz, with whose woman you have worked, is a relative of ours. Tonight he will be winnowing barley on the threshing floor. Wash, put on perfume, and go and get dressed in your best clothes. Then go down to the threshing floor, but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying, then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do." Now, quick note, the uncovering your feet, that's not sexual. That is to wake him up in this context. He will tell you what to do. "I will do whatever you say," Ruth answered. So she went down to the threshing floor and did everything her mother-in-law told her to do. When Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirits, he went over to lie down at the far end of the grain pile. Ruth approached quietly, uncovered his feet, and lay down. In the middle of the night, something startled the man. He turned, and there was a woman laying at his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "I'm your servant Ruth," she said. Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a guardian redeemer." A guardian redeemer. That's what it is. Of our family, there is another who is more closely related than I. Stay here for the night, and in the morning, if he wants to do his duty as your guardian redeemer, good. Let him redeem you. But if he is not willing, as surely as the Lord lives, I will do it. Lie here until morning." So she lay at his feet until morning, but got up before anyone could be recognized, and he said, "No one must know that a woman came to the threshing floor." He also said, "Bring me the shawl you are wearing and hold it out." When she did so, he poured into it 6 measures of barley and placed the bundle on her. Then he went back to town. When Ruth came to her mother-in-law, Naomi, which should actually be Mara, because she's mourning the loss of her husband. Naomi is. So her name should be Moa. She said, "My name is Moa," right? And like one or two, I guess. Naomi asked, "How did it go, my daughter?" Then she told her everything Boaz had done for her, and added, "He gave me these 6 measures of barley, saying, 'Don't go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed.'" Then Naomi said, "Wait, my daughter, until you find out what happens, for the man will not rest until the matter is settled today." Now, here's the thing, right? Matters with, okay, so they had to sell, well, you'll find out. Actually, I'll just tell you after. Meanwhile, Boaz went up to the town gate and sat down there just as the guardian redeemer he had mentioned came along. Boaz said, "Come over here, my friend, and sit down." So he went over and sat down. Boaz took 10 of the elders of the town and said, "Sit here," and they did so. Now, they did this because there were no court papers, whatever. Had to have someone to go, "Okay, this is what happened. This is the agreement. They both agreed," etc., etc. Right? Then he said to the guardian redeemer, "Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling the piece of land that belongs to our relative Elimelech. I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of those seated." Witnesses. That's basically what this was. 1 second. It's basically like, okay, witnesses. So, yeah. Okay. I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of those seated here, in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do so, but if you will not, tell me, so I know, for no one has the right to do it except you, and I am next in line. I will redeem it, he said. Boaz said, "On the day you buy the land from Naomi, you also acquire Ruth the Moabite, the dead man's widow, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property." At this, the guardian redeemer said, "Then I cannot redeem it, because I might endanger my own estate. You redeem it yourself. I cannot do it." And then the thing for until 8 or 7. Now, in early times in Israel, for the redemption and transfer of property to become final, one party took off his sandal and gave it to the other. This was the method of legalizing transactions in Israel. Now, Naomi being a widow, she had no claim to the property. That's how it was back in the day. Yeah. So the guardian redeemer said to Boaz, "Buy it yourself." And he removed his sandal. Then Boaz announced that to those in all the people, "Today you are witnessing that I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech. From Naomi, Kilian and Machlon. I think it's Mahlo. It's either I is Elon. I think I have also acquired Ruth the Moabite, Mahlon's widow, as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property. so that his name will not disappear from among you, among his family, or from his hometown. Today you are witnesses. Then the elders and all the people at the gate said, "We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your home like Rachel and Leah, who together built up the family of Israel. Israel, you might have standing in Ephrathah, I think, and be famous in Bethlehem. Though the offspring the Lord gives you by this young woman, may your family be like that of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah." Now, what that means, Tamar bore to Judah. Meaning, yeah, I'll get that when I get to it. Now it's time for the, okay, so, we read Leviticus. Okay, the verses are Leviticus 25, 23 to 25, Deuteronomy 25, 5, 6, Genesis 15, Romans 3, 23, or, Romans 8, 5 to 7, Galatians 4, 4 to 5. Then we had Ruth 2:20. Now, Boaz is Ruth's redeemer. Second thing I had is Christ frees us from us needing to save ourselves. That's needing the Redeemer. I'm going to show you, if you can actually read this, good for you. Actually, I'll put it, yeah. Now, seeking the Redeemer. Threshing floor was a place you clear the chaff from the wheat, barley, blah, blah, blah. Now, the context of uncovering feet is to wake up. By the way, I mix up some of these, but it's still going to be, I got enough. Now, Boaz is Ruth's redeemer. That's the 3. Christ is our redeemer, right? We're seeking the Redeemer, right? Heed the call of God in Jesus. Go to the Redeemer, which is Jesus. He redeemed us and died for our sins. Now, we read Ruth 2:12 for seeking the Redeemer, which is verses 3, 6 to 18. Now, redeemed by the Redeemer for verse 1 to 12. What I got was, which is actually for 2, Boaz is the right man. Also, 2 things. Or 1 thing, are you trusting your righteousness? And the Lord gives and takes. We read Genesis 23. We did, for our Psalm 121, responsive reading, 2 Corinthians 4, 1 to 14. Anyway, I want you to pray to God. This actually uploads to Rumble too. God bless and peace.